Once upon a time, there were two angels who traveled the world. Now, the first thing you have to realize about traveling angels is that people who encounter them usually don't know their true identity, as that would most definitely let the people change their normal behavior. So one night, so the story goes, these angels happened to stay overnight with a very wealthy merchant and his family, who lived in an extremely comfortable and luxurious mansion. However, as fancy as everything was, so unpleasant everyone in this family were. And when it came to offering them a place to sleep for the night, they were not pointed to one of the many bedrooms in the house, but was instead offered a place to sleep in the cold basement. That night, as the angels went to bed, the older angel noticed a hole in the wall and decided to seal it. "Why did you do that?" the younger angel asked, and the older one said, "Things aren't always what they seem." A few days later, the two angels stopped at a small hovel of a very poor farmer and his wife. However, in contrast to the other family they visited that week, these two people were extremely hospitable. After trying to cook the best meal they could with the meager provisions they had, the farmer and his wife gave the angels their own bed to sleep in, opting to stay in the stable themselves. Early the next morning, though, the angels woke with the sound of crying coming from the stables. Apparently, their only cow, which was also their only source of income, died during the night. The younger angel was extremely upset by this and turned to the older one and asked passionately, "How could you let this happen? The first family had everything, yet they were greedy and obnoxious, and still you helped them to fix their wall. But these people, despite having so little, they shared it so generously with us, and you didn't do anything to stop the cow from dying." The older angel replied calmly, "Things aren't always what they seem." And after they left the farmer's house and the younger angel had calmed down a bit, he asked, "What did you mean when you said that things aren't always what they seem?" The older angel answered, "When we went to sleep in the basement of the mansion, I noticed that there was an enormous treasure hidden in the wall. Since that family was so greedy and unpleasant, I decided that they should never find that treasure. So I sealed the hole in the wall to stop them from ever finding it. And last night, while we were sleeping in the farmer and his wife's bed, the angel of death came for her. Instead of her, I told him to take the cow instead." So friends, maybe we all need to be a little bit more careful before we jump to conclusions, because things aren't always what they seem.